Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches development projects worth more than 13,000 crore rupees in Varanasi, says developed India will be built on the strength of self-reliance. Home Minister Amit Shah says Left Wing Extremism related violence has reduced by 52% in the last 10 years. Government hikes death compensation for fishermen to 5 lakh rupees. First section of high-speed rail corridor between Surat and Bilimora to commence in 2026. First match of Women Premier League between Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals gets underway at Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said a developed India will be built on the strength of a self-reliant India, and the government is supporting small farmers, cattle rearers, craftsmen, artisans and entrepreneurs to realize this vision. The Prime Minister today launched the development projects worth more than 13,000 crore rupees in his parliamentary constituency Varanasi. He inaugurated the Amul dairy plant at Karkhiao area. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister said this plant will increase the income of more than 3 lakh farmers in the entire area.
1,000 से ज्यादा गांवों में दुग्ध मंडियां बनेगी। पशुपालकों का ज्यादा दूध ज्यादा कीमत पर बिकेगा। ये प्लांट किसानों पशुपालकों को बेहतर पशुओं की नस्ल और बेहतर चारे को लेकर भी जागरूक करेगा। ये बनास काशी संकुल रोजगार के भी हजारों नए अवसर बनाएगा। इस संकुल से पूरे इलाके में 3 लाख से ज्यादा किसानों की आय बढ़ेगी।
The Prime Minister mentioned the role of Gir breed of cows in providing income to women and making them self-reliant.
किसान परिवारों की इन बहनों को 2-3 साल पहले हमने स्वदेशी नस्ल की गिर गाय दी थी। आज यहाँ गिर गायों की संख्या लगभग 350 के करीब तक पहुंच चुकी है। इससे इन बहनों को हर महीने हजारों रुपयों की अतिरिक्त कमाई हो रही है। इसके कारण हमारी ये बहनें वे भी लखपति दीदी बन रही है।
He added that along with making farmers the food and energy providers, the government is also working towards making them fertilizer providers. The major development projects which were launched today include Silk Fabric Printing Common Facility Centre for Weavers and multiple projects related to tourism. The Prime Minister also laid the foundation stone of the National Institute of Fashion Technology in Varanasi. Earlier, the Prime Minister attended a public function commemorating the 647th birth anniversary of Sant Guru Ravidas in Ser Govardhan area. He said, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas and Sabka Vishwas is the motto of the government. Mentioning the work done by the government during the COVID crisis, he said the government gave free food grains to 80 crore people during the COVID period. Earlier today at Swatantrata Sabhagar, Banaras Hindu University, the Prime Minister attended the prize distribution ceremony of Kashi Sansad Sanskrit Pratyogita. Addressing the students, the Prime Minister said India is going to set an example of development to the world, and this is his guarantee. Home Minister Amit Shah has said the government under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi has adopted an offensive strategy to curb Naxalism. In a series of posts on the social media, the Home Minister emphasized that as a result of the hammer blow to left-wing extremism, it is breathing its last today. He said the Narendra Modi government has won the hearts of the poor living in the Naxalism-affected areas by building adequate healthcare and education infrastructure. According to the data of the Home Ministry, left-wing extremism-related violence has declined by 52% and the number of deaths declined by 69% from 2014 to 2023 as compared to 2004 to 2014. The incidents of left-wing extremism have reduced from 14,862 to 7,128 in the corresponding period. The number of deaths of security force personnel due to left wing extremism has declined by 72% from 1,750 in 2004 to 14 to 485 during 2014 to 23, and the number of civilian deaths has declined by 68% from 4,285 to 1,383. Union Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying Minister Parshottam Rupala today said the Union government has increased the compensation in case of death of fishermen from 1 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees. He was speaking at the inaugural function of the 13th Indian Fisheries and Aquaculture Forum in Kolkata. The theme of the two-day conference is fostering Indian fisheries and aquaculture for attaining sustainable development goals. The conference will conclude on the 25th of February. The minister also informed that the government has rolled out various insurance schemes for fishermen. He added that the government will also introduce credit card for fishermen like Kisan Credit Card. There are 3 crore fishermen families in the country and a coastline of 8,000 kilometers. Chief of Naval Staff Admiral R. Hari Kumar today stated that the centre of gravity is in Delhi in the current scheme of things. Speaking at a session of the Raisina Dialogue, the Navy Chief pointed out that if one flies from the Aegean to the South China Sea, New Delhi is exactly in between. He said that in all recent conflicts, be it Israel-Hamas or the Ukraine war, the changing nature of warfare is evident. He stressed on the need to adapt to the use of modern technologies, which are lately becoming more affordable and accessible. Speaking at a separate session, Minister of State for External Affairs Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh said India has striven to achieve gender equality, quality of education, poverty reduction and better health care. India and the United States today discussed ways of enhancing cooperation on a wide range of issues, such as extradition, mobility of students and professionals, safe and legal migration, protection of vulnerable women and children, and enabling smooth travel of their respective nationals. The 11th bilateral consular dialogue between India and the US took place in New Delhi today. The dialogue reinforced the strong people-to-people ties and cooperation that both countries share across consular issues of mutual interest. Both sides agreed to hold the next consular dialogue in the US next year. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. As part of the Amrit Bharat Station scheme, the Surat railway station of Gujarat is being developed with world-class facilities for passengers. Under it, a truly seamless multi-modal transport hub integrating all modes of transport is being developed. Speaking to Akashvani News, Chief Executive Officer of Surat Multimodal Transportation Hub, MMTH, Tushar Mishra said under this project, various modes of transport including railway, metro, bus rapid transit system and city bus will be integrated. He informed that the project will be completed by December 2026.
सूरत रेलवे स्टेशन को भारतीय रेलवे के अमृत भारत स्कीम के तहत डेवलप किया जा रहा है, जिसमें कि इस पूरे स्टेशन को एक मल्टी मोडल ट्रांसपोर्ट हब में बनाया जाएगा, विकसित किया जाएगा और ट्रांसपोर्ट के जो भी हमारे साधन होते हैं जैसे कि मेट्रो, रेलवे, बस स्टेशन, बीआरटीएस, सिटी बसेस, प्राइवेट कार, सारे ही मोड्स का ट्रांसपोर्ट का यहाँ पे इंटीग्रेट होकर के एक ऐसी सर्विस यहाँ पे दी जाएगी जिससे कि पैसेंजर को वर्ल्ड क्लास फैसिलिटीज मिल पाए और इस एरिया में ट्रेवल टाइम को सिग्निफिकेंटली कम किया जाएगा.
Union Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav today said that the first section of the high-speed rail corridor between Surat and Bilimora will commence in 2026. He was speaking to reporters after reviewing the construction activity of the 508-kilometre-long corridor in Mumbai. Stating that the high-speed line will usher in economic growth, he said the 284-kilometre-long bullet train corridor viaduct is ready in Gujarat. He added that the construction work is picking up speed in Maharashtra, with the Eknath Shinde-led government having given the necessary approvals. The minister said high-speed rail corridors will ensure low-cost and time-saving transportation facility for India's mega cities in the future. He said the Ahmedabad-Mumbai bullet train project will be a learning experience for construction of other such corridors across the country. Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting and Youth and Sports Affairs Anurag Singh Thakur said that the train from Una to Saharanpur will now run till Haridwar so that passengers can get better transportation facilities. He said it has been approved by the Union Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav. The minister said that providing better connectivity facilities in the state is his priority. He added that Haridwar is a major religious place and a large number of people from Himachal Pradesh visit Haridwar for pilgrimage.
हिमाचल प्रदेश की लंबे समय से मांग थी कि ऊना से हरिद्वार के लिए ट्रेन चले और मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि देवभूमि से अब हरिद्वार के लिए ट्रेन की हरी झंडी मिल गई है। केंद्रीय रेल मंत्री जी ने मुझे पत्र लिखकर कहा और फोन करके भी बताया कि ऊना से हरिद्वार के लिए ट्रेन चला दी जाएगी। जो MEMU है हमारी पहले ऊना से सहारनपुर चलती थी, अब उसको हरिद्वार तक एक्सटेंड किया जाएगा। एक बड़ी सौगात है। जिन लोगों को बसों से अपनी प्राइवेट गाड़ियों से जाना पड़ता था, अब उनको एक ट्रेन मिल जाएगी ताकि हरिद्वार का रास्ता आसान हो जाए।
India and Oman have agreed to cooperate in the field of archives. A delegation of the National Archives of India, New Delhi, visited the National Records and Archives Authority of Oman on the 21st and 22nd of this month. The purpose of the visit was to explore the areas of bilateral cooperation in the archival field. As a gesture of goodwill, the Indian delegation handed over a list of 70 select documents pertaining to Oman that are available in the National Archives of India. These documents cover a period from 1793 to 1953 and deal with a wide range of subjects. The holy relics of Lord Buddha have been enshrined at the royal ground Sanam Luang in Bangkok today. Prime Minister of Thailand Srettha Thavisin, along with the Governor of Bihar Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar and Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment Virendra Kumar, were present at the ceremony. In a significant event that marks a deep connection between India and Thailand, 4 revered relics of Lord Buddha and his disciples reached Bangkok yesterday, accompanied by a delegation from India. The holy relics were received with great reverence and ceremony at Bangkok Military Airport. A heartfelt chanting ceremony and warm hospitality welcomed the relics to their temporary home at the National Museum, Bangkok, before being enshrined in a grand mandapam at Sanam Luang Pavilion today. People can pay their respects from tomorrow. The India Meteorological Department has forecast fairly widespread light rainfall and snowfall with thunderstorms and lightning over northeast India till Sunday. IMD has said that isolated light to moderate rainfall over West Bengal, Odisha and Jharkhand is likely till Tuesday. IMD has also said that hot and humid weather is likely to prevail over Kerala till tomorrow. On to sports, the second edition of the Women's Premier League began today. In the first match, reigning champions Mumbai Indians, led by the Indian skipper Harmanpreet Kaur, is facing Delhi Capitals, led by Australian Meg Lanning. The match is taking place at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. Mumbai Indian women won the toss and opted to bowl. Delhi Capitals were 127 for 2 in 16 overs when reports last came in. England were 302 for 7 in their first innings against India at stumps on day 1 in the 4th test in Ranchi. Joe Root on 106 and Ollie Robinson on 31 were at the crease when stumps were drawn this evening. Earlier, England captain Ben Stokes won the toss and chose to bat first. India currently lead the 5-match series 2-1. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches development projects worth more than 13,000 crore rupees in Varanasi, says developed India will be built on the strength of self-reliance. Home Minister Amit Shah says left wing extremism related violence has reduced by 52% in last 10 years. Government hikes death compensation for fishermen to 5 lakh rupees. First section of the high-speed rail corridor between Surat and Bilimora to commence in 2026. And first match of Women's Premier League between Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals gets underway at Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.
पापा, आपका स्कूटर 2 पहियों पे चलता है, फिर पीछे एक्स्ट्रा पहिया क्यों?
क्योंकि अगर कोई पहिया पंचर हो जाए तो एक्स्ट्रा पहिया तुरंत काम आए।
आप, मैं और मम्मी तो एक ही कमरे में सोते हैं, फिर दूसरा कमरा क्यों?
कोई मेहमान आए तो उसको कहाँ सुलाइएगा? कल के लिए तैयार रहना पड़ता है बेटा।
फिर शौचालय में एक ही गड्ढा क्यों?
बिटिया ने सवाल तो कायदे का पूछा है।
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का देशवासियों से आग्रह है कि स्वच्छ भारत मिशन ग्रामीण कार्यक्रम में साथ निभाएं और 2 गड्ढे वाला शौचालय बनवाकर अपने गांव को संपूर्ण स्वच्छ बनाएं।
जागा रे जागा रे जागा, गाँव जागा रे जागा रे जागा रे जागा।
पेयजल और स्वच्छता विभाग, जल शक्ति मंत्रालय की पेशकश।